Hello, welcome to Central Florida Salute. I'm your host, Bob Peters, and I am here at beautiful Mission Inn. The gentleman named Steve Perillo, right? If
Yes,
I have
sir.
the name right.
Thanks,
And
Bob.
you are the man with Angel Flight. We have a big golf tournament coming on here, but a lot of people don't know about Angel Flight. What is Angel Flight?
Thanks, Bob. I'm one of 750 pilots that we have in the Southeast that take people long distances for medical help, usually unusual diseases, things we teasingly say we can't pronounce. And they've got to go for that treatment many, many times typically. Our pilots will pick them up at their homes, bring them for the treatment, very often wait while they get that treatment, bring them home often the same night. Our favorite missions with the veterans, and one that touches my heart quite a bit, is there's two VA hospitals that we bring people to, one in West Palm Beach, one up a little further north, and they're very good for helping veterans that have eye problems. And so they will get training on how to deal with having vision issues. They can learn how to cook, they can learn how to be able to work in a woodworking shop, maybe work with a seeing eye dog. And they need to have repeated trips back and forth, and our pilots are very happy to be able to take the veterans and bring them for that treatment.
Now, how does one find out about Angel Flight? I mean, obviously you must have a connection with the VA,
We do.
and but the average person that has a problem and wants, I mean, you don't just deal with the veterans, you deal with a lot of kids I know.
Yes, we like to put the kids on the brochures, but reality is we help people of all ages. And the easiest way to get in touch with us is to go right to our website, and they can request a mission if that's what they need. It's Angelflight SE for Southeast.org, since we're a nonprofit. Angelflightse.org. If they want to make a donation, they can do that. If they want to sign up for one of our golf tournaments like today, it's on the website also. But if you're not a computer person, it's 800-352-4256.
Okay, I should mention that we do have the tournament going on today, and it is Veterans Day. So for all our veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. And how many players you got? And tell me a little bit more about Angel Flight. I mean, you're all over the country, are you?
So we're based in the Southeast here. We're right here in Florida. But what we do is we do connect into some of the other volunteer pilot organizations when someone needs to go further. But if they live in Florida or actually even the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, that's up to us to be able to coordinate those missions and to be able to get them to go to other places or within the state of Florida. So lots of people going in, lots of people going out.
Oh, that sounds like an awful lot of work. Try to keep track of everybody like that. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved?
I started as a volunteer pilot up in New York with Angel Flight Northeast, one of our partners. So I've been flying missions for 26 years. I think this is my 26th year as a volunteer pilot, flying as many as 25 missions in a year.
Wow.
And so,
how many missions does Angel Flight, your chapter here, do a year, would you say?
we coordinate about a couple thousand flights per year, so we stay pretty busy. Those are 24/7. Most of them, because of the chronic nature of their diseases, are booked 1, 2, even 3 weeks in advance, and we have that comfort of being able to fly people on schedule. But some, we only have 3 hours. There are a number of people, about 24, with needs of a transplant of an organ. And we have basically 3 hours to be able to bring that person to be able to get that organ. Otherwise, they lose the opportunity for that organ. So those are exciting.
Wow. This is an amazing organization. Now, the pilots, it's their own airplanes, or do you have your own planes, or how's that work?
Yeah, the 750 or so pilots each have their own airplanes, some of them too. And they do the heavy lifting. They're day in, day out doing the flights. And then we also have partnerships with a couple of the airlines So if they do need to go a longer distance to be able to get the medical help, we do get some free tickets from the airlines as well, which is nice.
Yeah, that's great. And the pilots, they're volunteering their time and everything, right?
They are.
And this one of these golf outings like this is to help raise money to pay for the fuel and everything. I imagine.
It's the operation of the organization, so it's that 24/7 having the staff to be able to be ready and all of the regulations and such that come with the FAA to be able to raise money for that. It's amazing, actually, because our pilots do donate the time and the fuel for the airplane. Every dollar that comes in that is a donation, we actually return $10 back in services. About $2 to $2.5 million worth of flights each year go back into people.
Wow. Now, tell me a little bit how this whole thing got started. Angel Flight. How did it get started? Somebody must have said one day, I want to do Angel Flight?
Yeah, a woman named Mary Webb started it in the Southeast in Fort Myers on her kitchen table with a little book and calling up her friends to see if they would take flights. That was back in 1983. But we are definitely a different organization thanks to things like the donations that come in. We have a very sophisticated computer system that can schedule those flights all the way down to if the pilot pulls it out and there's a hurricane like Eta coming in, we've got to push it off.
You should mention that. It's supposed to be coming in here today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky. We definitely got lucky. But down to the point where we can hit a button and text 25 or 30 pilots immediately and get an immediate response to be able to refill a flight that we might have had trouble with. So that's one of the things that the donations goes into is a very sophisticated system to be able to handle this volume of flights in last minute.
How many volunteers do you think you have? Pilots and all?
Probably another 100 or so, volunteers that come out. And
I think this is a tremendous organization. You have some major sponsors or something you might want to mention?
Thank you. The Harper family, the Harper Charitable Foundation, is our major sponsor for many years on this, and we really appreciate them. Just Jets has been a sponsor. They do the $1 million hole-in-one, which is pretty cool. We'll be doing this afternoon. And First Class Aerospace that does luxury aircraft upgrades for private aircraft. So they do paint and interior of aircraft.
Yeah. And we are at a beautiful facility, Mission here. Yeah. They have 2 wonderful golf courses. I played it a couple of times, and after a round of golf, they asked me out to come back. But anyway, I hope you raise a lot of money. And tell me about the hole-in-one contest. That was supposed to be like a drop from a helicopter. Am I right or wrong?
A few things. Yeah, when we're pilots, we get to do some fun things. So Dan Newland had donated his helicopter to be able to do a helicopter ball drop. Unfortunately, today it got spoiled with Eta. So we're going to do an alternate raffle for that. We have the fastest hole in golf, which are currently timing. You can go as fast as you can with 4 or 5 players and see who finishes before everyone else. And then the $1 million hole-in-one, sponsored by Just Jets, the longest drive 4 players. We'll figure out who has the longest drive, and those top 4 players will go back and compete on a par 3. And if they get a hole-in-one, they get $1 million.
Wow. And they get a new best friend.
Yeah, a few, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I hope the weather holds off for you guys. Anything you want to say in closing? You want to mention your website once more?
First, I want to thank all
we can
the veterans.
always use a donation. Yeah, it is Veterans Day.
Thank you for all the veterans for your service. We greatly appreciate it. It's one of the things that is very special to us to be able to do on this day. We do hold it on Veterans Day just about every year, if at all possible. So it's just great. Donations, in particular this year, are greatly, greatly appreciated. Not only did we have to cancel all of our events from the beginning of the year, and we're trying to gain traction and make up ground, but then at the same time, all of these passengers have been told for 2 months they couldn't go at all, and now they've been postponed and postponed. Cancer patients can't get their treatment, and there is a surge. We are now picking up the phone like crazy.
Yeah, I'm active in the veterans community quite a bit, and I see that a lot with like the ANVETS, Legions, VFWs, and even my Eagles, Okahumpa over here, Eagle 4273. But a lot of these places have to close down, and they raise a lot of money for charities such as yours. And, when they're closed, they're just not making any money, and they can't pass it on.
Yep.
But hopefully this will be a big hit for you today.
Sounds good.
And I'm hoping that people watch this and they make a little donation.
Sounds good.
So
Thank you.
Do you have any particular veteran here that I can interview?
Yes, there's a gentleman that's actually a former Navy SEAL,
Oh.
and then he didn't express this to us, and I just happened to see him playing. He's playing with one arm. He has the other arm. It's just not working very well. So he's swinging the golf club. And he's got a beautiful swing with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you he could beat me.
So Peterson, I think it is.
Oh, Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my last name is Peters.
Peters, right?
Yeah. I can't hit a ball too good with 2 arms. I'm looking forward to meeting him. And once again, I want to thank you for all you guys.
So much.
All you guys do,
Appreciate the
you men
airtime.
and women with the Angel Flight. And if you can help out, folks, let's help out.
Thank you.
We're here on the 6th hole, and I found some veterans here. And first place, gentlemen, happy Veterans Day. Can I have your names and branch of service?
Mel Clark, the Army.
Robert P. Peterson, U.S. Navy.
Peter McDevitt, U.S. Navy.
Okay, so we got Army and Navy, Air Force.
So we got it covered.
Yeah.
Country Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd love it too. You see, that's a jealous guy. Did you ever hear the joke about the Army guy and the Air Force guy? The Army guy goes over to the Air Force guy and says, "Hey, sir, let me ask you something. What time does this bus leave?" The Air Force guy looks at him and says, "As soon as you porters put the bags on." But what years were you guys in?
I was in 1962 to 64.
Vietnam?
Never
No, just
made it.
before,
Just
yeah.
before Vietnam.
And you, sir, you're a Navy SEAL. I heard about you.
That's right.
I've met a couple of you guys, and you're all a little strange, but
Well,
you're great.
I've been working all my life to seem normal.
Yeah. So, Pete, when were you in?
I went in the Navy in 62 and I left in 92. I started in SEAL Team 2 as one of the first guys in the SEAL team.
I did a show with a guy, I can't think of his name, but he was the forerunner of the Navy SEALs. He was
Underwater demolition teams.
underwater demolition
That's right.
teams, yeah. If you go on my YouTube channel, you can see him. I think his last name was Snipes or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember. But yeah, he highly decorated, and he was the forerunner of the Navy SEALs.
That's right.
And I also had a friend of a Navy SEAL who rescued Jessica Lynch.
Oh, the kids, the youngsters.
really?
Well, he's a kid compared to us guys, yeah. And you, sir?
I was in Polaris Sub Squadron from the Holy Loch in Scotland.
Well, thank you all for your service. And I don't know too much about submarines, but I did do a show with Joe Rederu, who was a submariner and submariner, which, how do you pronounce it?
Submariner.
Submariner. And one thing I know about submariners, the most popular guy on the sub is the cook.
That's exactly right.
And what years were you in?
61 to 67.
61 to 67? Well, this is a great fundraiser, they're putting on here today, and this is all going to be on YouTube. I want to thank you for your service. If you want to come in, give me a call. I have a suit. My set is at Okahumpa at the Eagles, 4273, and we record individual interviews. If you have a story you want to tell, you got my number. Give me a call. It's been an honor meeting you all, and I want to thank you all for your service.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Take care, gentlemen. Hit them straight and far.
If you want to look up something that I'm in, Bob, if you do things on Amazon Prime, if you look for A Bond Unbroken, it's about some SEALs and their Vietnam interpreter
Where do you live?
in the villages.
Okay. Well, do you know where the Eagles is in Okahumpa?
I do, sure.
You got my number. Give me a call.
Okay.
Bring in some of your photos, what have you, and we'll do a nice story on you.
Thank you.
Same goes for you, gentlemen.
Hey, the best Marine is a submarine.
The what?
The best Marine is a submarine.
I ain't going there. I ain't going there. I was a cloud pounder. I don't know anything. But I learned a lot about submarines from Joe Robotaroo. He was talked all about it. How you have to know everything about the sub.
That's right. Get your dolphins. That's right.
I don't know. We got to get out of your way because. Everybody have a great day? Oh, yeah.
rest of the weather too. Those sponsors, the ones that made it really, really happen, are first the Harper Family Charitable Foundation. You don't have to stand, but you can raise your hands if you're part of the Harper Family Charitable Foundation. Thank you very much. Again, our best wishes to Bob Harper, 93, I think, at this point, just got out of the hospital. He's resting at home, but our prayers go out to Mr. Harper. Thank you very much to Just Jets. Just Jets, on top of bringing players and supporting us and being a help with the committee, is our $1 million hole-in-one sponsor.
On behalf of all the celebrities here, it's one of the easiest events to get players to come and be part of, because it's kind of a cause that we all can relate to. It's all dear to our heart. With the expanded work that Steve has done internationally with relief and so forth, it's just a wonderful event to be a part of. So, on behalf of all of us, thank you for the invitation. And I said 10 years ago, I hope this started something good to develop, and it certainly has been.
I guess I don't know really where to start to say thank you for everyone that donates to make this happen, because there's not really a textbook for being a special needs mom. It's not what you plan on, sorry for crying. It's not what you plan on when you have a child. You don't plan on your child getting sick. You don't plan on pretty much living in the hospital your whole life. This is Declan, and he has mitochondrial disease, which mitochondria is like your energy source, kind of like your battery in your body. It's in all sorts of, it's in your heart, it's in the liver, it's in the cells of everything in your body. And he has a breakdown somewhere where that mitochondria doesn't convert things to energy, even though he looks like he has energy right now. You wouldn't think he had it, but it affects multiple systems in your body.
Being able to fundraise, it's been tough to fundraise for holding events. It's been tough to fundraise with, a lot of people just writing checks, and so we so much appreciate that we've been able to pull this off today.
Well, I want to thank you for everything you do, but it's time to say goodbye, and this is how we do it. To all our veterans out there, our active military and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time.